Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com, and I'm here today with another video talking about Bitcoin. First, I want to show you guys some recent trades. Well, not that recent. I've been just dabbling, doing little trades here and there, trading Bitcoin now on an exchange called Bittrex for maybe the last few months. Since I've done that video. Here's a bit of history. I'm trading Bitcoin in the US versus the US dollar. That's what this USDT stands for, US dollar tethered. And I've basically been trading in and out of Bitcoin. Lots of guys wrote after I done the other video about Bitcoin, and some guys were asking about the altcoins. I've traded some of the altcoins that's a little more involved, but especially over the last 6 or 8 weeks, I've been exclusively just trading in and out of Bitcoin. And here are some of my trades. 62.34, you can see I was buying there, and you can see I unloaded, started a selling campaign at 72.09, sold some more at 75.48, sold some more at 77.07, sold some more at 78.57, bought some at 74.83, and started another selling campaign at 78.79, 81.25, 82.90, 85.18, buying again at 99.75. Bought a little more on a further dip down, 95.06. I bought a little more on a further dip down, 8,880. Sold all of that off at 10,200. Bought again, 93.10. A lot of fear in the markets, and sold that off at 10,200. Bought again at 11,210. Bought some more, 11,232, and sold all that off at 11,740. Last thing I've done in this account is I bought a little Ethereum. That's the first time you'll notice in this little string of trades that I've ever bought anything other than Bitcoin. Why am I primarily buying Bitcoin? And why did I stop selling it? Even cause right here, right now, Bitcoin's at around $17,319. Now, of course, there's money to be made trading Bitcoin, but I wanted to talk today about another option, which is Bitcoin mining, specifically HashFlare mining. I'm going to talk about mining Bitcoin on HashFlare. This is HashFlare, and what it is it's a cloud mining service. I've been using this service now a few months, and I can verify that these guys are paying out as promised. And basically what it is all of Bitcoin has to be mined, and rather than having a loud miner or miners in my house at this point, I'm just not prepared for that. I decided to opt to trade Bitcoin because I have past experience trading, as everyone on this channel knows, and I decided to test out cloud mining a little Bitcoin. And so I bought roughly about $700 or $800 worth of mining power from these guys. I let that compound for the first 30 days. In other words, I just took all of the little Bitcoin that they were mining there, and I just put it right back in. And then I've been taking little withdrawals from of Bitcoin from these guys who are mining for me. The contracts only last for a year. The contracts were going to be contracts that would last indefinitely. There's really no indefinitely because there's a finite amount of Bitcoin. Excuse me, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever mined, and we're at about 17.5 or somewhere along in there now. Let me go over here and see. We're at 16,726,000 because this is the circulating supply of Bitcoin. So a year's cool. My interest here is, can I recoup what I initially outlaid in the contract back inside of a year? And these numbers right here are predictions based on Bitcoin staying at the price that it is. If Bitcoin stays where it is right now, rallying into outer space, then this is what this contract will be worth, almost 10 to 1 in a year, as far as what I put into the contract. Now, if Bitcoin were to move down, as it moves down, this contract, the value of the contract, and all of these numbers are going to move down with it. I want to be very upfront about the risks that are involved, even with mining. But what it does is it gives you an opportunity to get some exposure to Bitcoin without necessarily having to do a lot of the trading like what I showed you I was doing on the other side in that other window. So it's an option. It's the closest I've seen to a genuine pretty passive income. You can purchase these contracts and just compound a little or do withdrawals. Let me talk about the withdrawals. These guys require you to have something like 0.0106 Bitcoin, so I'm just short of being able to do a withdrawal here. I purchased enough power that this minimum here of 0.0106, that takes me about 10 days to get to, so I can make about 3 withdrawals if I wanted to every month, basically. And as we are right now, probably that's about $175 or so. Let's talk about these numbers here, because this is another, it's not like con, it's not something negative, but it's something I want to be very clear on. This number right here, 1962, is what they're forecasting based on the actual price of Bitcoin right now. But what that's not including is, it's not including the other fees that you're going to have to pay. Running the machine requires power, and they pass that expense on to you. So you're going to lose, from my experience, when I last ran these numbers, you're going to lose about 16, let's say 16.4, 16.5%. So really what I end up with is about $16.36 a day from the Bitcoin mining at the place that I am. But again, I only put about $700 in, and that's a pretty nice passive at these levels. That's about 2%, a little over 2% a day worth of Bitcoin mine, if it stays at these levels. If it goes down, it's obviously going to be less. If it keeps going up, it could potentially be more. But I want to be clear that when you see these mining calculators online, especially even the one that's here, these numbers are not including the maintenance fees. The maintenance fees are going to show up in your history when you get your payouts every day, and they're going to show you what they're deducting. It's not too bad, like I say, as it is right now, because Bitcoin is so, it's just going out of this world. The fees add up to little less than 17%. So you could take whatever numbers are here and easily just multiply them by about 0.83, and you'll end up with probably something more realistic. These guys' fees aren't so bad over here on HashFlare, and that's one of the reasons that I chose them. I'm also glad that I chose these guys because they've been very good about getting the payouts out and keeping the miners running without any downtime. If there are instances of problems with the site or the miners, they have a status page that you can check, and just really good communication and interaction. So far, really pretty good and reliable company that I can verify that I've gotten paid from, and they've been really good with me. If, like I say, if you don't have a lot of time for the trading and you're very new to trading, Bitcoin mining with HashFlare, I think, is another pretty good opportunity if you decide to join and use my referral link. Please let me know. In exchange for this, I'm going to try to put together some type of group, and we'll all talk about Bitcoin trading and getting in on that, as well as talk about some of the fundamentals, some of the more I don't want to say insider, because that kind of sounds like dirt or something, but some things that I want be explicitly pointing out on this channel. Some things that are kind of more deeper involved than some of the stuff that I usually talk about. But if you have not done so, please go and look at the video I done prior to this one. I know it was some months ago, but I talked a lot about Bitcoin. I talked a lot about the fundamentals of why I'm even bothering to do this. Fine, can you catch some pullbacks? It's a better place to buy. If you want to get involved and just purchase some Bitcoin, I talked about it in the other video. Coinbase is how I initially got involved and purchased my first little pinch of Bitcoin. You want to get involved in trading? Right now, I mostly trade at Bittrex, which is it's a pretty cool platform. It's web-based, and you all know my sentiments about web-based platforms. If you looked at a lot of my videos, they're cool. I'm not the biggest fan of just purely web-based, but that's about all I see out there now that's regulated and that I would trust with, a little coin right now. So that's all, guys. Talked a little longer than I intended, but I hope this gives you guys some ideas about how to get involved in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically. Consider Bitcoin mining using my link, or don't use my link. Just if you feel comfortable and if you got a little disposable income, understanding the risk of any type of trading or investing, then just go direct to HashFlare. Not worried either way. I've never really been a very aggressive person about referring. However, I will add value to the guys who choose to use my referral link. See you guys on the next video. Once again, this is Alfred for binaryoptionstutor.com.